The road to Snezhna is finally starting to clear up. With the 6.5 beta now in the hands of testers, we have a very, very good idea of every banner coming for the next few patches. This isn't random guessing anymore. We're staring down the final stretch before we set foot in the land of the Cryo Archon, and the upcoming characters are some of the most hyped in the game's entire history. Today, I'm laying out the full roadmap. I'll cover the officially confirmed 6.5 banners, then move into my predictions for version 6.6 and the absolutely massive 6.7. This is your guide to deciding whether you should pull now or save those hard-earned Primogems for the monsters waiting just over the horizon. Quick disclaimer. Everything after version 6.5 is analysis. It's based on consistent leaks and established banner patterns, but things can change. Still, this is the clearest long-range picture we've had in a long time. Let's start with what we know for sure. Version 6.5 launches April 8, 2026. The beta files have painted a crystal-clear picture of who's coming. A lot of people expected a filler patch. It's not. Phase 1 introduces Linnea, a brand new 5-star Geo Bow user. Her kit revolves around something called Lunar Crystallize, which looks like a new Geo reaction-focused playstyle. For anyone who pulled Zabai and felt like he needed a dedicated support, this is likely the missing piece. Linnea's abilities create a companion that scales off defense and distributes powerful buffs, potentially making her a cornerstone for modern Geo teams. Running alongside Linnea in Phase 1 is a Lauma rerun. This makes sense. Lauma's utility remains extremely high, and with the game leaning further into reaction-based team synergy, this pairing feels intentional. Then Phase 2 brings Chasca and Nefer, two heavy-hitting reruns. This half of the patch clearly targets players who need reliable damage dealers. The Spiral Abyss blessings for 6.5 favor normal attack damage and Lunar Crystallize reactions, which conveniently synergizes with every featured character in this patch. It's also worth noting this is the second patch in a row without an Archon rerun. That feels deliberate. Ho-Yo-verse may be shifting focus toward regional depth and using systems like Chronicled Wish to handle older units instead of standard Archon cycles. So here's the confirmed 6.5 lineup. Phase 1, Linnea and Lauma. Phase 2, Chasca and Nefer. Solid patch. But what's next is where things escalate. Moving into version 6.6, which should land around May 20th, we step into prediction territory, but grounded prediction territory. The biggest rumor for 6.6 is two new characters. First, Nicole. Yes, that Nicole, the Hexenzirkel member. If this leak holds, she'll be a 5-star Pyro Catalyst support. Early descriptions compare her to a 5-star Bennett, except instead of healing, she offers shields alongside a massive team-wide attack buff. That kind of flexibility would make her universally valuable across team compositions. The second character is Lohen. He's rumored to be a 5-star cryo polearm unit with a major twist. He may join the standard banner after his debut. We haven't had a new standard character in a long time. If accurate, this would be a huge structural shift. Leaks describe him as a strong, well-rounded DPS tied to the Knights of Favonius, with a confident and charismatic presence. Now for the predicted reruns in 6.6. If Nicole truly is a top-tier pyro buffer, pairing her with a high-output main DPS makes perfect sense. That's why I'm predicting a Mavuika rerun. She remains incredibly popular and synergistic with pyro-focused support buffs. For the second half, alongside Lohen, Citlali feels like a natural fit. It matches the regional storytelling pattern and balances the patch by offering different team-building directions across phases. Just pause for a second and think about that. A Hexenzirkel witch with meta-defining support potential and a brand new standard banner character in the same patch. That's not filler. That's a setup for something bigger. And that brings us to version 6.7. If 6.6 is strong, 6.7 looks explosive. Based on current projections, 6.7 lands around July 1st and may become what I'm calling the Harbinger patch. The rumored headliner is Sandrone, the marionette. She's expected to be either cryo or electro, and her kit reportedly revolves around a new mutated form of Superconduct. Let's be honest, traditional Superconduct is one of the weakest reactions in the game. A full overhaul tied to a Fatui Harbinger would be a seismic meta shift. Leaks also suggest puppet-based combat mechanics, which fits her lore perfectly. But it doesn't stop there. Alongside Sandrone, I'm predicting Columbina's first rerun. Her debut was massive, and placing two Harbingers in the same phase would be a strategic wallet-destroying move from Ho-Yo-verse. For the second half, Raiden Shogun makes too much sense to ignore. If Sandrone introduces a new Superconduct direction, Pairing her patch with the Electro Archon creates synergy that feels intentional and powerful. As for Chronicled Wish, expectations should be tempered. After Mondstadt's run in 6.4, it's unlikely to return immediately. Signs suggest it won't reappear until much closer to version 7.0. So let's summarize. Version 6.5. Linnea, Lauma, Chasca, and Nefer, confirmed. Version 6.6. Likely Nicole and Lohen, potentially with Mavuika and Citlali reruns. Version 6.7. Possibly Sandrone, Columbina, and Raiden Shogun in what could be one of the most stacked patches of the entire 6x cycle. The road to Snezhna is not slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating. Primogem planning right now is critical. Pull too early and you might miss a meta-defining support. Wait too long and you could skip a Harbinger. Every decision matters. So now I want to hear from you. Are you pulling in 6.5? Are you saving for Nicole? Or are you all in on the Harbinger patch? Let me know in the comments. And if you want updates the second new banner info drops, make sure you're subscribed. The final stretch before 7.0 is here. Choose wisely.